Okay, dear students, welcome to this 7th session on the topic of relative motion. So this is a very interesting session. I'll start with the problem which I gave you in the last session. Okay, so in the last session I gave you this problem as a homework. Okay, where there are 3 lifts. One is at rest, second one is moving upwards with a speed of 5 meters per second, and third one is moving downwards with the same speed 5 meters per second. Okay, and there is a girl who is standing inside the lift and then dropping a coin okay students, in each case she is dropping. Okay, only thing is the lift is different in all the 3 cases, the lift's condition. Okay, first one is rest, second one is going upwards, the third one is going downward. Okay, now definitely it will reach the floor of the lift. Okay, so if time t1 is t1 is in first case, t2 in second case, and t3 is second case, which one will reach first and which one will reach last? Okay, or compare t1, t2, t3. Okay, I hope students you must have done this one. What is the answer? I think you know. Okay, the answer is all times are same. All times are same. Here all the coins will reach the floor of the lift same time. Same time. Why? Because let us see students. Now here since the final position of the coin is the floor of the lift, finally it is reaching here, correct or not students? It is reaching here. So therefore now you should also stand here only and then observe this coin. So basically you have to solve this problem from lift frame, that's all. Okay students, you have to solve this problem from the lift frame. Okay, so what I'll do, I'll take a new slide and then do this one. Okay, so you have to solve this problem from the lift frame. You have to solve this problem from the lift frame. One minute students, I'll just copy. Okay, now okay, so now or otherwise okay, no problem. Okay students, so let us see how to do this one. Okay, now let us see here. Okay, sorry 1 minute. Okay, now first case students. So now what is our aim students? Our aim is to find out what is the time taken or what is the path of this coin followed from lift frame. So basically now we are solving this problem from lift frame. Okay, so in the first case lift frame, correct or not students? So first case. Okay, now this case the lift is at rest. This case the lift is at rest. Okay students, now what we have to do is stand on the lift, that means you are standing on the lift and observing the values of velocity and acceleration of the coin. Okay, although for lift also you can write, as I told you previous problem, no students, like that we can also write down the values of the lift as well as for stone. Okay, as well as from ground frame also. Here we don't have to do it from ground frame. Okay students, so basically we have to do it from ground frame in the sense that what you call, that is a standard method. Okay students, although you are solving from lift frame, always the first step is you have to write the values from ground frame students. Okay, so let us do first step, otherwise that one, and then we'll go to this one. Okay, first. Okay students, so I think I'll divide this one as 1 minute students, separate as a separate, this one I'll divide as a separate lift, I'll divide. Just 1 minute students. Okay, okay, now let us see students. Okay, in this case okay, So first step is always we should see from ground frame, as I told you. Correct or not, students? We should see from ground frame. Means we should write the values from the ground frame. Okay. So that means when you stand on the ground, okay. Now what are the values of the velocity and acceleration? What are the values of velocity and acceleration for lift as well as for the coin? Okay, students. So for that, what we'll do is we'll copy this one. Okay, now so this is the lift and this is the coin. Okay, so what is the velocity of lift, students? 0, because it is at rest. What is the acceleration of the lift, students? It is also 0 because it is at rest. Same way, what is the acceleration, velocity of the coin, students? Velocity of the coin, that is also 0. Why? Because now even though it is dropped, it will have the same velocity as that of the moving body here. Moving body means lift which is at rest. Same way, what is the acceleration of the coin, students? It is g downwards. It is g downwards. If you see from ground, these are the values. Okay. Now our aim is to find out from lift frame. Correct or not, students? Now from the lift frame, let us see this case. Now from the lift frame. Okay, students. So from the lift frame means now let us take that lift. Now from the lift frame, if you see, if you stand on the lift, lift will be at rest. Okay. Now from the lift frame. Okay, students. So this is the lift frame. So that means basically you are now standing on the lift. Okay, students. So now this lift is not moving. This is at rest. Okay, students. This lift is not moving. This is at rest. Okay. So now when you observe the coin which is dropped here, so now from the frame of the lift, now let us see the coins. Okay, let us see the coins, velocity from the lift frame and acceleration of the coin from lift frame. Okay, of course these are all vectors. Okay, so now what is the initial velocity of coin with respect to lift frame, students? Initial velocity of coin minus initial velocity of lift from ground. Okay. Now you know what are these values? U of c is 0 minus U of L is also 0. So basically 0. So that means initial velocity is 0. Okay. Then what is the acceleration of the coin with respect to lift? Acceleration of coin minus acceleration of lift. Acceleration of coin is g downwards minus what is the acceleration of lift? 0. So that means basically g downwards. So that means now this coin will have acceleration how much, students? G downwards. Okay. So if you see the path, let's say if I draw here C, okay, students, or otherwise if I make it as a bigger one, okay, students, if I make it as a bigger one, okay, I'll make it bigger one. Okay, students. Okay. So now if you see the path of the coin inside this one, students, suppose let's say she has dropped here. Okay, this is the coin she has dropped. Now its initial velocity is 0 and acceleration is downwards. So that means what will happen, students? It will follow a path which is vertically like this, because initial velocity is 0 and the time taken here is t1. This is the t1. So sometime t1. Okay, students. Now this is the first case. Okay. Now what is the second case, students? Second case is the same thing. Lift is going upwards. Second case, lift is going upwards. Okay. So I'll take a new slide. Okay. Every time I may not copy and all. Okay. I'm just for the first problem I have done like this. Okay, because it is taking too much time. Okay. Now let me take this one. Okay. Okay, student. Now here, okay, anyway I'll directly write. Okay, so now here, students. Okay, so this lift, this second case, which is going with 5 meters per second upwards. Okay, and then a coin is being dropped. Okay, so now it will fall on the floor of the lift. Now how much time does it take? Okay, that is t2. Okay, so now we have to compare. So first step, what is the first step, students? From the ground frame, write down the values. From the ground frame, write down the values, because this is the common step. Okay, So if I stand on the ground and observe this lift, suppose let us say this is the lift and this is the stone. Okay. So what are the values? What is the velocity of the lift, students? If I stand on the ground, given velocity is what? 5 meters per second upwards. What is the acceleration of the lift, students? Since it is constant, its velocity, its acceleration is 0. Okay, students. Now let us see for stone. What is the velocity of the stone? Velocity of the stone, now it is being dropped from the moving lift. So what will be its velocity? It is dropped means should we write 0? No. It will have the same velocity as that of the moving object, which is the lift, which is 5 meters per second upwards. Okay, students. Now next, what is the acceleration, students? What is the acceleration here? Acceleration of the stone is equal to g downwards. Okay. Okay. Now we want to now we are standing on the what you call lift. Okay, to see when the coin reaches the ground, or when the coin reaches the floor of the lift. So that means I want to solve from the lift frame. Now I am solving from lift frame. Okay, students. Before solving from any frame, moving frame, this is the first step. Okay, students. Again and again I am repeating. Okay. So now students, now see here, students. So now I am standing on the lift. Now let us say this is the lift. Okay. So now I am standing on the lift. Okay, standing on the lift. So that means now lift is at rest. Lift is not moving. Okay. Now the coin which I am dropping inside this lift, otherwise I will draw it here. This is the coin. Okay. Now if I want to know the path of that coin, what I have to do, students? I have to, now this is the person. Okay. This person is not the girl. This is the observer. Okay, students. Now I am the person who is in the lift frame. This one. Okay. So now first I have to calculate what is the velocity of coin with respect to lift and what is the acceleration of coin with respect to lift. Okay. Because I am standing on the lift. So therefore, what is the velocity of the coin minus velocity of lift? Correct or not, students? Velocity of coin with respect to lift means velocity of coin minus velocity of lift. Velocity of coin, or let us say stone. Here I took stone. Okay, or coin. Let us say this is coin. So coin, that is 5 upwards minus 5 upwards, because the velocity of lift is also 5. So that means 0. So basically now this coin's velocity is 0 with respect to lift. That means when you stand on the lift, this is having initial velocity 0. Now what is the acceleration of the coin with respect to lift? Acceleration of coin minus acceleration of lift. What is the acceleration of coin? G downwards minus what is the acceleration of lift? 0. So that means G downwards. So that means it is having acceleration G downwards. Okay, student. So basically that means now if you stand on here and observe this coin, its velocity with respect to lift is 0. Acceleration of coin with respect to lift is G downwards. So that means it is having acceleration downward. So what will happen, students? It will go downward. It will go downward, and this is the time, that is nothing but t2. This is the time t2. Okay. Now previously also same condition, correct or not, students? T1, for T1 also, that is the time taken for the coin to reach the floor of the lift. Initial velocity is 0, acceleration is g. Second case also, initial velocity is 0, acceleration is g. So that means from this we can tell directly T1 equal to T2. T1 equal to T2, because same conditions. Na? Here also it is, even though the lift is moving upwards with the same, with some velocity quite different from the first case. In the first case the lift is at rest, it is not having velocity. Okay. In the second case, even though the lift is moving upwards, when you see from lift frame, the velocity is 0 and acceleration is g downwards. So therefore it will take whatever time, let's say if it takes t2, it must be same as t1. Now if you compare the third case, that means third one. Okay, sorry, next third one. So in third case also you will get the same thing, students. Okay, I'll do it fast. Okay, I'll do it fast. Let us take this diagram only, one diagram. Okay, now this is the third case, students, where the lift is going downwards with a constant velocity of 5 meters per second. Constant velocity of 5 meters per second. Now a coin is being dropped from here. A coin is being dropped. Same height in all three cases. Okay. Now it will reach the floor. So what is the time taken? T3. Now we have to compare with T1 and T2. Okay. So first step is what, students? Solving from ground frame. Writing the values from ground frame. Okay. That means stand on the ground and write down the values for the, this is lift and this is the coin. Okay, so what is the initial velocity of the lift, students? 5 meters per second downwards. What is the acceleration of the lift, student? 0. Why? Because given value, these values are all given values. Ground frame, whenever you are writing the values from ground frame, you have to take the given values. Okay, that is a standard procedure. Okay, next, what is the acceleration of, what is the initial velocity of the coin, students? It is dropped. So should we write 0? No, it is having the same velocity as that of moving object, which is equal to 5 meters per second downwards. And what is the acceleration of the coin, students? It is not 0, it is g downwards. Okay, so this is from ground frame, but now we are seeing from lift frame, correct or not, students? Now we have to see from the lift frame, we have to calculate from the lift frame. Okay, students, so now standing on the lift, now suppose let us say this is the lift. Okay, now I am standing on the lift frame. Now as soon as I stand on the lift frame, this is at rest, this is not moving. Okay, now let me calculate. Now there is a coin here. Okay, this is the coin. So what is the initial velocity? What is the initial velocity? What is the initial velocity of the coin with respect to lift? And what is the acceleration of the coin with respect to lift? Because you are seeing from lift frame, na? So therefore you have to calculate like this. So that is equal to u of c minus u of l, which is equal to, what is u of c? 5 downwards minus, this is also 5 downwards. So that means again it is 0. So that means initial velocity of the coin with respect to lift is again 0, which is similar to first case and second case. Then next one, acceleration of coin with respect to lift is equal to acceleration of coin minus acceleration of lift. Acceleration of coin is g downwards minus acceleration of lift is 0. So that means again it is g downwards. So that means acceleration of coin with respect to lift is g downwards. So that means now what will happen? It will go like this. Okay, students. So it will go, g is downwards. So therefore it will follow path same like this. Conditions are same. These conditions are same. These conditions are same. So that means even though you calculate time t3, this has to be equal to t2 should be equal to t1. So all the coins will fall on the lift, on the floor of the lift same time. Very interesting. Correct or not, students? Previously, in the previous session, we have seen when the same girl is dropping a coin outside the lift, the times taken by the in each case are different. Correct or not, students? In each case are different. But the same coin, if it is being dropped from inside the lift, the times are equal. All the coins will reach the floor of the lift in the same time. Okay, students? So this is how, what you call, interesting this chapter is. Okay, so now let's move to the next interesting problem, students. Next interesting problem. Now, by now you know how to write down the values of what you call two moving objects from ground frame. Okay, suppose let us say here I have two balloon, students. Okay, first case it is moving upwards with a speed of 2 meters per second, constant velocity. Okay, and second case is also moving with a speed of 2 meters per second, but it is being accelerated by how much, students? 3 meters per second square. Here what is the acceleration, students? 0. Here acceleration is 0. Okay, now from these balloons, okay, a coin is being dropped. Okay, students, from these balloons a coin is being dropped. Okay, now we have to draw the path of the coin. From ground frame as well as from balloon frame. That is the question. Draw the path of coin from ground frame. The question is this one, students. Draw the path of coin from ground frame and from balloon frame. Okay, students, both what you call, first one acceleration is 0, second one is acceleration is 3 meters per second square. Okay, so that is the only difference. Okay, so now we have to draw the path of the coin from ground frame as well as from balloon frame. Okay, so first step is what, students? Always we'll take first we should write down the values from ground frame. That is the first and foremost step. Okay, so I'll take a new slide here. Okay. Okay, students. Okay, now my aim is to write down, draw the path of the stone from ground frame as well as from balloon frame. Okay. Now this is moving upwards with 2 meters per second with constant velocity. Okay, students. This is moving upwards with speed of v equal to 2 meters per second with constant velocity. Constant velocity means acceleration is 0. Okay. And a person from here, he has dropped a coin. Okay. So first step, now I'll stand on the ground, students. First I'll stand on the ground and then write down the values. Okay, I'll stand on the ground. Okay, ground frame. From ground frame, I'm first writing the values. Ground frame. Okay, so if I stand on the ground frame and write down the values for what you call balloon as well as for stone. Balloon as well as for stone. Okay, student. So this is the balloon. Okay, so this is the balloon and this is the coin. Okay, students. So now I want to write down what is the initial velocity of the balloon, students, given, that is 2 upwards. What is the acceleration of the balloon, students? 0, because it is moving with constant velocity. Next, what is the initial velocity of the coin, students, with respect to ground? Even though it is said that it is dropped, we should not write 0. We should take it as 2 meters per second upward. What is the acceleration of the coin, students? G downwards. Okay, so G downwards. Okay, so after writing these values, now we can make into 2 parts. Okay, students, one from ground frame, one from balloon frame. Okay, students, this is from what you call ground frame. Second one is from balloon frame. This type of problem already we have solved. Okay, but anyway, the second one is very important, the second case. Okay, so now students, so standing on the ground, now if you observe carefully, standing on the ground, now if you observe carefully, standing on the ground. Okay, so now you are standing on here. Okay, students, now this one, this is the balloon. Okay, so this is the balloon. Okay, students, this is the balloon, and from here a person has dropped a coin. Okay, so when you stand on the ground and observe this coin's velocity, so what is the coin's velocity? Coin's velocity from ground. Okay, we are drawing the path of the stone, path of stone from ground frame, path of stone from ground frame. So what is the velocity, students? 2 upwards. 2 upwards. And what is the acceleration of the coin, students? G downwards. So that means now this coin is having velocity upwards like this. Velocity upwards and acceleration due to gravity downwards. G downwards and velocity upwards. So what will happen, students? When these two are opposite to each other, now what will happen? They will move, this will go upward for some time, and then its velocity will become 0. At this point its velocity will be 0, and then now it will take a U-turn and then fall on the ground. Okay, this will take a U-turn and then fall on the ground. This is the path. Okay, now when you stand on the balloon frame, students, okay, frame, if you stand on the balloon frame, balloon will be at rest. Correct or not, students? Balloon will be at rest when you stand on the balloon frame. Okay, now you are standing on the balloon frame. Okay, you are standing on the balloon frame means you are on this balloon. Otherwise I'll write here. You are standing on the balloon like this. Okay, so now balloon is at rest. Balloon is at rest. Now whatever the coin that is being dropped, now what will be the path of this coin? So for that what we need, students, Now I want the values of what you call velocity of coin with respect to balloon and acceleration of coin with respect to balloon. So acceleration of velocity of coin with respect to balloon is velocity of coin minus velocity of balloon. What is the velocity of coin, students? We should go to the ground frame. That's why we have written initially. That is 2 meters per second here. 2 meters per second upwards. What is the velocity of the balloon, students? Again, this is also 2 meters per second. So that is equal to 0. So that means the initial velocity of coin with respect to balloon is 0. It doesn't have any velocity. Next, what is the acceleration of the coin with respect to balloon? Acceleration of coin minus acceleration of balloon. Acceleration of coin is g downwards minus acceleration of balloon is 0. So that means it is g downward. So that means acceleration of the coin with respect to balloon is g downward. So that means this coin is having initial velocity 0, but acceleration is downward, students. Acceleration is downwards, but initial velocity is 0. So that means what will happen, students? Suppose let us say this you take as the ground. Let us say this is the ground. Okay, students. Let us say if you take this as the ground, now the path of the body will be like this. Correct or not, students? So it will go straight like this. This is g and initial velocity is 0. So therefore this is the path of the ball. It will go straight line. If you see from balloon, it is a straight line. If you see from ground, it will first go upwards and then come downwards. Why? Because of this initial velocity. Because of this initial. Here there is no initial velocity. That's why it will directly go downwards. Okay, students. So this is what we have done for what you call first case. Now in the first case, this acceleration of the balloon is 0. Now second case, acceleration of the balloon is what, students? Sorry, this is next problem. In the second case, acceleration of the balloon is what, students? 3 meters per second square. Acceleration of the balloon is 3 meters per second square. So now we have to draw the path of the coin from ground frame as well as from balloon frame. Okay, so this one I'll do it here only. Okay, now what I'll do, students, here is this is anyway first part. Now second part. Now for this first I'll write down from ground frame. From ground frame, what are the values? From ground frame, what are the values? Okay, so I am standing on the ground. I am standing on the. Okay, I am standing on the ground, and then I am what you call, this is the balloon, and this is the coin. Okay, students. Now I am writing these values. Okay. So what is the velocity of the balloon, students? What is the velocity of the balloon with respect to ground? When I don't write anything, that is with respect to ground. What is the velocity? 2 meters upwards. What is the acceleration of the balloon now? Acceleration of the balloon is equal to 3 meters upwards. Direction is also given. Okay. It is having same direction. Okay. Now what is the acceleration? What is the velocity of the coin, students? Same as the velocity of the balloon. That is equal to 2 upwards. What is the acceleration of the coin, students? G downwards. G downwards. Okay, students. So this is very, very important. So now let us solve. Now let us see from what you called from ground frame as well as from path of the ball from ground frame as well as from balloon frame. Path of the coin from the ground frame as well as from balloon frame. Now from ground frame, that means you are standing on the ground. You are standing on the ground. Okay, students. You are standing on the ground and then you are seeing. Okay. So when you stand on the ground and observe this one, what will happen, students? What will happen? This is the what you call, otherwise I will take here this one. Okay, so now see here. Now when you stand on the ground and observe the stone, students. Now a person has released a coin here. Okay, students. So now we want the values, the velocity of this coin and acceleration of this coin with respect to ground. So what is the acceleration of coin with respect to ground? Basically 2 upwards. And what is the velocity? What is the acceleration of the coin with respect to ground? That is g downwards. G downwards. So that means now basically this coin is having velocity upwards. Velocity is upwards and acceleration is downwards. Acceleration is downwards like this. So what will happen, students? As usual what will happen? It will go upwards for some time and then again it will come down. Here velocity is 0. So this is the path. Same as the what you call previous case also. In the previous case also. Okay. In the previous case you can see, in the previous case also it is going upwards and then it is coming down. Correct or not? From ground frame. So here also it is going upwards and coming down. Okay. Now from balloon frame, very important. For this reason only I am telling this point. For this reason only I am telling the what you call simultaneously I am taking these two cases. This is very important point. Okay, student. So from balloon frame, now what I will do is so from balloon frame means you are going and standing on the balloon. So when you go and stand on the balloon, balloon is at rest. When you go and stand on the balloon, balloon is at rest. Okay, students. So let me take this is the ground. Okay, students. Let us say this is the ground. Okay. Okay, anyway. So now I am solving from balloon frame means I am going and standing on the balloon. So balloon is at rest. Balloon is at rest. Now when I see the coin which is being dropped by this person, this is the coin which is being dropped. Okay. So now everything I have to calculate in terms of, that is velocity of coin with respect to balloon. Acceleration of coin with respect to balloon I have to calculate. Because I am standing on the balloon. No? Correct or not? I am standing on here now. I am standing on here. Previously I am standing on ground. So therefore I calculated everything with respect to ground. Now I am standing on the balloon, so everything I have to calculate from balloon. Okay. So what is the initial velocity of the coin with respect to balloon, students? That is nothing but initial velocity of coin minus initial velocity of balloon from ground. These values are from ground. So what is the initial velocity of coin? 2 upwards minus what is the initial velocity of balloon? 2 upwards. So therefore 0. So this is 0. Previously also we got 0 only. But acceleration of coin with respect to balloon is equal to acceleration of coin minus acceleration of balloon. What is the acceleration of coin? G downwards. Minus what is the acceleration of balloon? 3 upwards. So this is G means here 10. So 10 downwards minus 3 upwards means 7 downwards. 7 downwards. So that means now this coin is having initial velocity 0, but an acceleration of how much, friends? An acceleration of not G, an acceleration of 7 meters per second square. This is the difference. Previously we got the acceleration as G here. Previously first case. Now the acceleration will not be G, students. The acceleration will not be G. The acceleration will not be G. Acceleration is 7. Okay. And then initial velocity is anyway 0. So what will happen? It will follow the straight line path. Okay. So it will follow a straight line path and then reach the ground. Okay, student. So in these two cases, the important point which I want to make here is this case. This is case number 1. This is case number 1. And this is case number 2. Okay. In both cases, velocity is same, 2 meters per second, 2 meters per second. This is, but here acceleration is 0, here acceleration is 3. Okay. So now if you solve from ground frame and from balloon frame, in both cases, everything is same. First case I already showed you. Correct or not? This is the first case. Okay. From ground frame, it will go upward, downward. And from balloon frame, it will go downwards with G. Okay. Now when you see what you call compare first case and second case, everything is same except this one. That means when this is having an acceleration from balloon frame, the acceleration will change. Acceleration of the coin. Okay students, remaining everything will be same. Okay students, I hope you understood this one. Okay, so this is what I compared between these two. First case acceleration 0, second case acceleration 3. Okay, now this is in vertical direction. Now suppose, let us say, if you are given horizontal direction. Okay, before going that, let us see a problem. Find the time taken by coin to hit the ground. Find the time taken by the coin to hit the ground. Okay, so now if you see students, here this is the hot air balloon which is going upwards with a speed of 5 meters per second, and acceleration in first case is 0, second case is 2 meters per second square. Okay, now when you release it, coin, how much time it will take to reach the ground? So since they are asking to reach the ground, we should solve this problem from ground frame. Okay, and from ground frame, just now I told, from ground frame students, from ground frame, the what you call the paths will be same. Paths and what you call the path of this one and this one will be same. Correct or not? See here. Here if acceleration is 0, first case acceleration is some 3 meters per second square. When you see from ground frame, the values will be same. Correct or not students? Here also, suppose let's say this is case 2, I think. In this case 2. Case 1 is this one. In case 1, what is the velocity and acceleration? 2 upwards, g downwards. Okay. In case 2, acceleration 2 upwards, velocity 2 upwards and acceleration g downwards. Only difference is what students? This one only. That too when you solve from balloon frame. So here our question given is, what is the time taken by the coin to hit the ground in these two cases? What is the answer for this one and what is the answer for this one? Okay. But from the discussion that we had just now, you can say safely that these two answers will be same. Whatever is the answer, this will be same. Why? Because we are solving from which frame students? We are solving from ground frame. And from ground frame, even though this is having acceleration 0 or 2, it will be same. That is what I have told until now. Okay students. So therefore, if you calculate for one, the other one you don't have to calculate. Okay. So that means if you want to calculate time, what you have to do students? So first you have to solve from ground frame. So first from ground frame, write down the values. Okay. When you stand on the ground frame, what are the values? Okay. Or let us say, so when you stand on the ground frame, let us say this is the balloon and this is the coin. Okay students. So what are the values? What is the initial velocity of the balloon? 5 meters per second upwards. What is the acceleration of the balloon? Let us see first case 0. And what is the velocity of the coin students? It is dropped. So velocity is same as the velocity of the moving object. So 5 upwards. But the acceleration of the coin is g downwards. Okay. So now I know. So what I have to do students? So from the ground frame, now if I first see the path. First if I see the path students, how it will be like. Okay. Okay. First I'll draw the ground. Okay students. This is the ground. Okay students. Now I am solving from which frame students? Ground frame. I am solving from ground frame. Okay. I am solving this problem from ground frame. I am standing on the ground and then a stone is being dropped here. Okay. So a coin is being dropped. So what is the path of the coin? Path of coin from ground frame. Okay. Once you have an idea of path, then it is very easy to analyze. That's why in all these sessions I am drawing the path. Okay, from ground frame. Okay. So that means first I have to see what is the velocity of coin from ground frame, what is the acceleration of coin from ground frame. What is the velocity of coin from ground frame? 5 upwards. What is the acceleration of the coin from ground frame? G downwards. So basically this is having velocity upwards and acceleration downwards. So what will happen students? This path it will follow upwards like this, and then after some time it will fall like this. After some time it will fall like this. This is the path. Okay students. finally it will reach. So what from here to here, the time taken is t. The time taken is t. That is what they are asking. Okay. So this is just we know whenever a body is projected from the top of a tower in motion under gravity, we have studied. Okay. We'll take this as the origin. This as the origin, and upward is positive. Upward is positive, and downward is negative. Downward is negative. So we'll use the equation S is equal to ut plus half times of at square. I am solving from ground frame only. Okay. So S is equal to ut plus half at square. So what is S, students, here? Displacement from here to here. By the time the body goes from here to here, what is the displacement? It is nothing but the shortest path. What is the shortest path here? This one, this red one, red color arrow. How much is this distance? 200 meters. 200 meters. Okay, students, 200 meters. So therefore, but since it is downward, I will take it as minus 200 is equal to, what is the velocity, students? 5 upwards only. So positive into t plus half into, what is the acceleration, student? G downwards, minus 10 into t square. So this is the equation where you will get as minus 200 is equal to 5t minus 5t square. So if you cancel 5 40s, so that means t square minus t minus 40 equal to 0. So this equation is a quadratic equation. If you solve this equation, you will get the one time. Suppose let's say t equal minus b plus or minus root over b square minus 4ac plus 4 into 4 160 divided by 2. So you will get one positive time. So that is the time taken for this ball to reach on the ground. Okay, students. And for the second case, you don't have to do. Why? Because even if you do what you call, you will get the same answer, because you are solving from ground frame. You are solving from ground frame. You will get the same answer. Okay, students. So that's how we should solve these type of problems. Okay, and then next, okay, last question is there, where find the path of the ball in ground frame and from helicopter frame. Okay, students. So this one, there are three cases here. First case is, until now we discussed vertical direction, correct or not? Now we are going to see horizontal direction. First case is helicopter is moving right side with 5 meters per second constant velocity. Second case 5 meters per second and acceleration also 2 meters per second right side. Third case speed is right side but acceleration is left side. So in all these cases, now there is a, in all these cases, a stone, suppose let's say person is there here, from here a coin is being dropped from this helicopter. A coin is being dropped from this helicopter. A coin is being dropped. Okay, now, or ball, you can say. Okay, ball or coin, anything. Okay, now you have to find out the path of that ball or coin from ground frame and from helicopter frame. Okay, students. So that is what you have to do. Okay. So from ground frame it is very easy. Okay, students, you can easily draw, because given values are ground frame only, correct or not? So you can easily draw that one. Okay, it's very easy. I want you to do this as a homework. Okay, so please try. Okay, this is not at all difficult. First write down, take a case, single case first. First case you take, first write down the values from ground frame for helicopter and for coin. Then you solve from helicopter, from ground frame, then from find out the path of the ball from ground frame and then helicopter frame. 3 steps. Okay, I am giving you the hint. First step is write down the values of velocity and acceleration from ground frame, values and acceleration of helicopter and coin. Write down the values of initial velocity and acceleration of helicopter and coin from ground frame. This is the first step, from ground frame. This is always from ground frame. Okay. Second step is, now you resolve. Okay, now you find out the path of the ball, path of coin or ball from ground frame. From ground frame. Same way, path of ball, path of coin from helicopter frame. From helicopter frame you have to be careful, because here everything you have to calculate. Suppose velocity of coin with respect to helicopter, acceleration of coin with respect to helicopter. Okay, so what are the formulas? U of C minus U of H. So to get these values, this first step is very, very important. If you don't write this first step, you will never understand this topic. I'm directly telling, you will not understand this topic. Okay, if you don't write this first step, okay students, then afterwards this one also you'll get the values from here. These values are nothing from ground frame, so that's why it is very, very important. So for each case, do these two steps. Okay students, so in the next session I'll give I'll explain what will be the paths and all. So I'll start the next session with this problem. So until then, thank you very much students.